Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to Throwback Friday and number 59. On today's episode I have got for you the Works versus Hobbycraft pricing wars. I liked that one. And the very first Big and Little Crochet Collective crochet projects book. Now this is one of 8 videos, so you're going to see these are coming up again over the next few weeks. 8 weeks. Okay, and then of course we have a whips, a bits and chat. So come on then, let's pop over, let's have a look and let's see what you think. Right, so let's get this video on the go. Our very first one up today that I'm going to be showing you is the Works versus Hobbycraft. It's a pricing wars, so let's go and have some fun. And today I am doing a comparison video. Now this comparison video is to do with the prices between Hobbycraft in the UK and the Works in the UK. Now the reason I've done this is because I've just come across a little advert that's telling me that the works.co.uk has decided to carry 250 different branded yarns. So they have just exploded their online yarn stash. So let's hop over, have a look at what the Works has, and we will compare it with Hobbycraft prices, because of course with Hobbycraft you can go in, touch and feel the yarn, but you can also order it directly from them online, and the same with the Works. Now the difference between the two is Hobbycraft's stores have a massive area for this, whereas of course the Works are little small shops that they've just stuck into the high street, so they can't normally carry as many of the brands of yarn, but of course we can order them online, along with the arts and craft books, which I did go mad for a few months back, didn't I? So what I'm going to do is pop a link up here to my Works book haul that I made, and so you can have a nose at that one as well if you wish. Right, so quite a lot of the details were now out of date in regards to this video, as in how much the yarn was priced at. If you want to go and have a nose, of course the video link will be up here for you, and also in the description box down below, so that you can have you can compare them and see how much we're paying now to how much we were paying about this time last year. I will be honest, I haven't looked. I don't want to look. I'm either going to get pulled in with offers and end up ordering loads, which I can't afford to do, and I've got no real room, or I'll end up getting all depressed because the yarn has gone up too much in price. Right, so the next video up is the Big and Little Crochet Collective crochet projects, and it is books number 1 through to number 6. Now this set looked really promising when my friend asked me if I wanted to rehome it for a bit of cash. So I took them on thinking I might be able to join in and collect any future editions, because they were nice and small. I could fit them on my shelving at that point in time really easily, and it looked like they would be quite interesting. Now since filming this complete set, I've found out that even though printing firms have now gone back into printing books and things like that, this series is not being made anymore. COVID shut it down, and that's the excuse that they're sticking with. So I'm sorry to say there is no opportunity for you to purchase these books, whether they be back issues or whether there were new ones to come out. The only chance you've got of getting your hands on these books is if you find them on on like a Facebook marketplace, or of course over on eBay. But be warned, they weigh a ton, so postage is going to cost you a bomb. But here we go, you can have a quick look. I'm going to fast forward this video, so if you'd like to see it slower and in more detail, remember the link will be up the top here. And now for a new series of books. Now these books I actually purchased from a friend of mine who was moving home. Now the problem I have with them is I've not been able to find a direct link for them as yet, so that you'd be able to purchase a copy yourself. Oh, nightmare. I even checked the information that they have within the book, and it wasn't of any help. But fingers crossed, you never know, you may be able to find the pattern elsewhere online. Right, so we have 39 of these to look through, so I'm going to be separating them into blocks of 5 so that our videos are not that long. Right, let's have a look now at video number 1. Right, so here we are with the first 5. Now issue number 1 of this set is called Big and Little Crochet Creative Crochet Projects. Number 1 is 8 complimentary cushions. Number 2 is House and Home. Number 3 is Spots and Stripes. Number 4 is Colourful Crochet. And number 5 is Gifts for Baby. So let's scoot back and let's have a look at book number 1. Right, so as you can see, these are really seem to be quite new. The binding hasn't really been cracked, which I absolutely love. Right, so here we go. Right, so that is it for book number 5. Right, my opinions are first out. It's not too bad. I like the way that they have the photograph of the item and then the information of what you're going to need and everything on your opposite page. So here we have like our measurements, materials, needles and hook sizes, any additional items, and of course your tension for something if you're working where you need to know your tension. So I really like the way that this page is laid out. I do think it's a bit strange, the order of the stitch information that they've put throughout the book, like the little extra bits on how to make a chain and how to do the basic stitches. It seems very alien to me that they wouldn't start the series with a chain, just on the off chance that someone that's picked it up knows nothing of crochet. But other than that, I think the look of it is quite nice. Now I haven't had a chance to scan through properly on the patterns yet, so I can't give you a and do I, don't I like the way the patterns are written and comment as yet. By the time we get to the end of the series, hopefully I'll have made something out of one of these books so that I can say whether I do or don't like them. So have I made anything out of those books yet? No. I had another nose through them a bit later on, and at the moment there's been no pattern within that's drawn me in. Okay, so when I look at a pattern, I have to be like, cool, I really, really want to make it. And then I'll make it. If I don't, it sort of goes into the back burner of my brain cell and might come back at a later point and go, make me. And then I have to search it out. But other than that, no, nothing in there as yet has interested me. Bit bad, really. All them books up there, right up there. And I still ain't used them. Now on to our next video. This one is Whips, Bits and Chat number 59. So of course with this one I will be cutting into it again. If you want to see the full episode, of course the link will be up there. But otherwise let's just go and have a quick reminder of what I was banging on this time last year. Now let's get off of that stuff and on to the fun stuff. I completed whips this week. Okay gang, at this moment in time, as quite a few of you know, I am tackling the dress. I'll pop a link to the dress pattern up there. Yay, I remembered to move the right hand. And I will show you how far I've got so far in just a second. Now of course I'm using the Macleana bobble, which if you watched the video earlier on this week, I actually did a product review and showed you some of the dress there. In a lot closer detail, so of course the link will be up here again and in the drop down box down below if you want to have a nose at it. But here we go, this is it so far. Now I'm on to my second cake. I only have 2 cakes. I don't intend to buy any more because at 10 quid a pop, nah, you're alright, bit out of my price range. So I was hoping I would get somewhere with it on the 20 quid that I've blown on cakes so far. So this is it. This is how I'm doing. There is the top section. These are the shoulder panels, or whether I tie them behind my neck as a halter or whether I actually sew them to the back is something for in a couple of days. Now it's the first time I've ever had to stand up in this room and show you guys. Right, let's hope I have enough room. There we go. Right, so let's put it on straight. There is the top. It's going to come in round here. Chair, get out of the way. I'm going to stand back as far as I can now. So as you can see at the moment, the dress, yeah, that's in the right spot. Right, the dress is sitting just at the bottom of my zip on my jeans, or at least the back bit is. So the front bit, yeah, it's sitting sort of midway down the zip on the jeans. So let's jump back down. Or sit back down I should say. Okay, so that's how it's looking at the moment. I'm really loving the way that the stitch and the yarn are teaming up and working up together. Now what I did say previously was that I was going to go from light to dark and then dark to light, but looking at the way that it has worked itself up, I'm now actually just going light to dark and then I'm going to go light to dark again, so that I haven't got that massive black bit going around the worst bits of my body. So as it stands at the moment, that is how much of the cake I have left. So I have used up the first layer of pink, like solely the pink. I have actually cut the yarn at that point and I've got a little ball of it left that hopefully I can use for embellishments or something. So then my first stripe at the bottom here is actually this colourway up here, or this part of the colourway I should say. So then the ball has got this much left. So just doing a look at it and guesstimation, I'm thinking that although I have the 4 more colour, well 3 and a bit more colour changes to go on it, I'm probably going to get that much extra length out of it, so it is going to end up being a top, but we'll have to wait and see. Fingers crossed it covers my bottom. Okay, so what else have I been up to this week? Well, as some of you know, if you managed to catch hold of the live on Tuesday evening, Monday I went doolally and I went into my local town, or a local town. I went into Cheltenham and I walked down one side of Cheltenham, doing all the little side streets, trying to find a reasonably priced suit for my daughter. Now she's got her prom coming up, because they now do those in the UK. More expense, but anyway, she has her prom coming up, so we've bought her ticket, but she doesn't want to wear a dress. She's not overly girly girl, she's my tomboy, and she's 5'8". Need I say any more, really? So she's 5'8", around the same size as me, and so I had to go and do a bit of a recce, because she absolutely loathes shopping. Getting her out clothes shopping is ridiculous. I might as well just go and buy the same thing multiple times and have them stored away upstairs. She doesn't do well with change, bless her. So I've gone into town and I've had a nose in half of the shops. It took me 3 hours to get through half of the shops, and I'm a lazy shopper. I don't go browsing unless I really feel like it, and I knew I wasn't going to have time and I wasn't going to feel like browsing. So I walked straight into the shop, straight up to a staff member and say, can you put me in the direction of the suits, please? And that's what I did for the whole way along. Sorry for any extra noise that you can hear at the moment. I've had to open a window because this room is really hot. We finally have sun, yes, not rain. Yay. But anyway, and getting back to what else I've been up to. Yeah, so I'd done the shops. So if you pop over to Tuesday's live for a bit of a catch up there, you'll hear the whole story on that one. I'm not going to repeat the whole thing, otherwise this video will end up being 2 hours long. So the word prom is banned in this house. Her prom ended up getting delayed by a year because of COVID. So it took an entire year for her to get to her prom, and in total she was there for a couple of hours. She stayed for the food, she had a quick a dance with a couple of her mates on the dance floor, and then came home because she said it was boring. Gatherings like that aren't really a thing though. So all that aggro for her to wear that suit for no more than 4 hours. But the good thing is she now wears it as separates, and she'll wear either the trousers with a smart top and use it for sixth form, or she wears the jacket top for a sixth form. So at least it's getting used and it's not getting wasted, unlike my other daughter's prom dress that's still in the wardrobe upstairs. She don't even live here no more. Right, so that was Monday. And so then of course on our Tuesday we had our chat, and we had a couple of Pattern Pros winners, which is absolutely brilliant. So I'm in the midst at the moment of sorting out patterns for those girls that won the patterns. Congratulations. They've all been claimed now. As I said, it's just me either writing up patterns or sending over the patterns, but with time zones and everything else, it's going to have been a slow process. I'm saying it like that because of course I'm recording on Thursday today, not Friday. So this video is having bits added in throughout the week before I forget them. Otherwise I put them out and I go, oh no, I meant to tell the girls and guys this, that and the other, and don't get round to it. Right, so that was Tuesday, and then Wednesday it's been chilling out because it's been chucking it down with rain. Chilling out and making that dress, and then Thursday of course I'm sitting in front of my computer. Although this morning I did have a visit from my gorgeous little neighbour up the road who had a day off today, so she came round with Luna the dog, and Luna the dog wore Liam out. So although the door is open, he has passed out on the sofa. They were only here for about 45 minutes, but it was enough time for him and her to run round the garden like lunatics. Sorry gang, I didn't record anything because we had a little one in the house as well. And then on Friday, it was my youngest one's last day at high school. That's right, I'm now old. She's going back for sixth form next year, but that's it now. She's got an almighty amount of time off for her summer holidays. It starts now and she goes back sometime in September. So once I'd picked her up from school, we then went to try on one of the suits that I found, which is the emergency suit. It's nothing special, so much so that she's asked if she can do embroidery on it. which I said yes to. I'm just wondering what type of embroidery she will do. She's sitting upstairs at the moment designing it, so that if we can't find the suit that she absolutely wants, she wants a blue one. So if she can't find a blue one, she will end up with the black one that we have found. So that was yesterday, because I'm now on Saturday. How to confuse you guys even more. This is Saturday's outfit. So Friday consisted of me dropping her in by 8 o'clock in the morning, because she had her last exam, and then I was meant to be picking her up about 11:30. So I thought, right, I will do the other end of the high street. So I did the, well, not other end, the other side of the high street, and went down all of them. Just missed out one big shop, Primark. I missed it out. I'll possibly go back, and knowing my luck, that'll be the shop where the suit is. The bestest suit in the whole wide world, knowing our luck. But yeah, so I did the rest of those in the 2-hour gap, and then went and sat in the car making poppies while I waited for her. Thankfully, I'd taken some yarn with me, because although they'd said the kids could come out from 11:30, they were running late. Their leavers assembly lasted longer than what they thought, and then of course the kids had their shirts that they'd taken in, clean shirts, so that their friends could sign the shirts. None of this going up to their mate and writing it on their back like it was when we were at school because of COVID. So she comes rolling out of school all happy and everything at about 1 o'clock. So I've been sitting in the car that length of time. So I did get a good few poppies made, that's a bonus. And then we went off, as I said, and she got to try on that suit. But in that time frame when I was walking down the shops, walking down the high street, I decided I was going to do a little bit of recording as well. So I went to my favouriteest yarn shop in the whole wide world and found that they're no longer there, and that the shop's getting turned into a pancake shop. So yes, slightly angry at that and slightly upset as well. But there's not really much I can do about that. So I then went into a few other shops, and I'm in the process, once this video is finished, of putting another, right, so I'll be in the process of making another window shopping video for you, and there's some stories to that one as well, but I don't want to spoil them because that won't be coming up for a couple of weeks. And I also found an Aladdin's cave of a shop that just stocks material, just that, just material, nothing else. Well, buttons, ribbons, bits like that, no yarn, just material. So I was wondering, would you guys be interested in going in to have a look in at that Aladdin's cave? If you do, stick a comment down below saying, yep, take us to the Aladdin's cave. He had a little bin of leftovers, because I said to him, I said, look, I'm not after an entire meter, I've got a project in mind later on in the month. Right, so basically what it is was I was looking for some certain types of material. Now my next project coming up is going to be a Koala C2C. Now the thing is, this to me is screaming out textures. Okay, it is screaming to have fur on it. My dream would be to have fur. Now the tutorial I'll be putting out will be using plain yarn, but I intend to make myself another one, and this one is going to be textured. Right, so the koala I'm talking about there, of course, is Max the Koala. The pattern is available over on the Ravelry shop, and of course there is the tutorial on the channel. Now in regards to the textures section, that didn't happen. Every fuzzy yarn I found that would have worked well for his tail fell apart on me, and I thought, well, I'm not going to bother making it with a fluffy yarn that after 3 or 4 washes will be bald. No, not doing it. So in regards to that section for that pattern, that is now non-existent, and the idea can go back to the back burner for something else at another point in time. Right, so next bit up is your photos. Yes, we got one this week. I'm super chuffed. Now, our gorgeous Connie, who is Aragurumi Ninja, sent me a photograph earlier this week of her cupcake blanket square. Now she did, bless her, she had a bit of a struggle with this one because it's the first time she'd ever done a corner to corner, so when it came to turning the corners she was a little bit unsure, so I gave her an extra nudge and a little bit of extra help. But she did it, she sped through it really quickly, and I am super chuffed. So now I'm going to show you her picture. It's really cute. Now the lighting on the image itself is a bit awkward, so you may have to struggle to work out where the eyes are, but that is down to the lighting rather than her actual work. Her work is really cute, and she's intending to turn it into a cushion. Right, that is it for me for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I will see you all really soon. So remember, if you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe, and ta-ra for now everybody.